So I'm ready to give it another go. It didn't go very well yesterday. I was so tired, and I wasn't in the mood because it had been a long day with a lot of negative stuff happening earlier in the day. So it was not a good day yesterday. So I'm gonna try to make the video now, so I won't be behind for tonight's video. So I printed a new one. This is the one that didn't really pan out for me yesterday, and I'm not blaming the new markers, the touch fives. I'm blaming myself. I was just simply too tired, and they did bleed a lot more than I had anticipated. So I know that I tried to make a sequence of them, and as far as I can see, I see that the one purple and the one blue definitely has to go. This one was very light, and this one was very light. So those two colors are leaving it, the set, pale blue and dark blue light. Dark blue light. So I guess we're going to keep that. And then we have this one is leaving the set too, I think. So right now we have these. I just want to make sure that I'm, taking off the right colors so that we're left with some good ones. So let's see. Then we have these. I think that this blue will have to go as well. I mean, I don't want too many different colors now. We're just going to try them out and see how they work out. I even think that this might be too many grains. Yeah, I think. Yeah, but there's two, and there's two turquoise. There's a couple of blues. There's a couple of purplish. I think this is okay. So we got, hi. No, I'm actually on really early because I just said my daughter, well, I just come back from following my daughter to the school. And yesterday it didn't really work out for me. I just couldn't make it. I did it. I tried, but I was in no condition to make the video. I was simply too tired. I had a really bad day yesterday with a tax office and everything. I got an extra bill on the company that sort of cleaned out the total company account. So I was in a very sad mood because I don't know what to do, if I should close down the company or totally, or if I should keep on trying. But yeah, sometimes things are a little bit shit. So yesterday was a little bit shit. Then it got better because my boyfriend came, but then we had a nice dinner. We cooked together and had a nice dinner with the wine, and then it got really late and I was tired because I was up at 6:30, of course. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna try again, and I'm gonna try with these new markers, these Touch 5 that are very cheap markers. You get 80 markers for $30, and I'm gonna try them. I didn't try them before. Well, I tried them a little bit yesterday, and they were really annoying to me because they kept bleeding, and I don't really appreciate that. But now we're gonna see if I can control them a bit better today on these small spaces. So I'll probably, when I'm finished with this video, I'll delete the one from yesterday so that there's no mistaking the two. So I'm gonna be very careful because of the bleeding issue, and I'm gonna start over on this and just hope that I'll be able to manage it well this time, because yesterday it didn't go very well. But I don't think that was due to the markers. It was just due to me being horribly tired. And yeah, it's always, if you get an extra bill, when you have a very, very tight budget, which I have with the company, because I have made some very good conditions for the artists, but not very good conditions for me. Then just a little extra bill, which might seem small to others, can just you know, just sort of knock everything over, which it did for me yesterday. I was really, really sad about it because I try so hard, but it just seems that you get, every time that you get like one step forward, you get like knocked 5 steps backward. So yeah, I tried, but we'll see where it takes me from there, because I have to make some changes somehow. Then we're gonna go here, and it's hard to keep everything going because there's a lot of work involved with it, and then especially if you just get a lot of disappointments all the time, or you know, it just doesn't really work out, and yeah. Anyway, so that was like, it was overwhelming for me yesterday. So I stopped the video and I went to bed, which was probably a good decision because I wasn't in the mood. So it was good to just get a good rest and sleep. And then I will try not to think about all the negative stuff. Try to ignore it a bit and move on. It is probably the best I can do. It's not always the easiest, but it's probably the best I can do. Just try to move on and make the best of everything. So I will try to do that. So yeah, yesterday you didn't miss me. I was on, but only for a very, very short time. And now we're gonna try these Touch 5 to see if they're worth that cheap price. Test is gonna come in here. If they, yesterday I had a problem controlling the bleed of them, but I'm just thinking that if I do it very carefully, then it might be possible to control a bit better. You just have to be very prepared. And yesterday I wasn't prepared at all. So yeah, sometimes life is shit, like tax office, extra bills is not really good. I mean, it is not easy to have a small business in my country. First of all, just getting that bank account took forever, which was horrible. And then all the fees you have to pay to have it, and and there's even a negative interest on it. Negative interest, that's like crazy. So yeah, it's a fucking nightmare to try to run a very small business by yourself, and have to know all the details and have to be able to do everything yourself. It's harrowing, and I don't know if I can keep on doing it. Well, it will just, if there's no money left, then there's no money left, and I have to close the business. Then it's just gone, it's over. So we'll have to see what happens. Of course, I'm hoping that everything will work out and I will make it, but sometimes I'm doubting if I can, keep going. But, usually I will, I'll probably be negative for a couple of days, and then I'll get up and I'll fight on and I'll move on, and that's my personality. I'm good at that, so I'm not too worried. I will, in a few days I'll feel better and fit for fight, and I'll start fighting back and doing whatever I have to do to make it work. So I'm sure that in the end it will be okay. If you're a fighter, you're a fighter, and you'll get there. So yeah, this is nice. I think actually, I was thinking that these were gonna really suck because of them being so cheap. But I don't think they suck. I think they are okay actually. Hey. It's 1:30 a.m. there. Here it's 8:30 in the morning. So I've had my sleep. I was up at 6:30 with Victoria, and I took her to school. And I thought I better make the video when I get back. Hi, Rose. Because, yeah, sleep well, Beverly. No, because I promised her that we were going to go to the experimentarium today because they're open until 8 today. And so when I have to pick her up from school, and then we're going to go there. So it's going to be late. So, later in the afternoon, I won't have time to do it. So it's better that I get it done today, now, so that I'm ready for tonight. These are called Touch 5. And it's sort of like I'm testing them out to see what they're like because they're very cheap on Amazon. They were like $30 for 80 markers, assorted colors. There are a lot of grays in the set, actually. There's like 5 blue gray, 5 green gray, then there's like 6 warm grays and 7 cold grays. So there's a lot of grays in this set. But so far, yesterday I had a problem with them bleeding a lot. And I think that is going to be a problem. They do bleed a lot, so they're not good for tiny spaces because that's hard to control. I mean, I'm like barely touching the paper here in this small space. But so far, the colors, but this is, like I tried them a little bit yesterday, but it didn't work out very well because I wasn't in the mood. But now I'm gonna try them, and while I'm doing this one, I'm gonna comment on how I feel about them, if I think that they're okay. But I mean, so far the colors I've seen are pretty nice, and there's no streakiness, so they have a nice coverage as well. There's just that one bleed thing. They probably have a lot of alcohol in them. But I don't feel that they're smelling strongly or anything. So I don't feel that they're, well, of course I'm a smoker, so I probably don't smell that. I mean, my sense of smell is probably slightly distorted. But I don't feel like that they are smelling really bad or anything. Like, for instance, Sharpies have a very distinct smell to them. I don't feel that these have that strong smell. You could probably have a little bit of a finer point when they do bleed so much. But so far for the price, I'm thinking that's not a bad deal. But let's just see how it works out. It's hard to say after only having tried 2-3 colors on this one. But we'll get there, and you'll get my undivided opinion of them. Actually, so far I think that they are actually working out pretty well compared to a lot of other stuff. Then I'm definitely thinking that for that price, they're a good thing to have for when you have to color a lot, maybe. So yeah, 20 some grays. It's a lot of grays compared. Well, there's 80 in the set, but it's a lot of grays. You got 165 colors. Wow, same price. Oh, could you put me a link for those? This is printer paper. I think in a lot of cases, cardstock will eat your ink, to be honest. Eat the ink in your markers, which is not really very desirable. We don't like to lose all the ink. And that's what happens with a lot of cardstock, unless you get something that is very, that might be a little bit coated. I use regular printer paper at the moment, and I would probably only use heavier paper if I'm gonna be coloring with watercolors. Besides that, then I don't think that there is a need for it, because it does eat the ink off the markers. So yeah, I know that some people swear to use cardstock because they think it's a good quality, and it is, but it does eat up your ink in the markers because it sucks them dry, which is not really what we want or need, in my opinion. So in that way, I actually prefer to color on this paper. I think it works pretty well. But we all have our different preferences, I guess. Definitely the best you can do is use real marker paper, but that's very expensive. That's very, very thin, actually. But that has a special coating that won't eat the markers, and your markers will last a lot longer if you use that paper. But it's very expensive to buy marker paper, so it can be discussed if what you save in not eaten ink will actually make up for the price of the marker paper. So yeah, there's some different stuff about that, where one can doubt if it's the one thing or the other thing. It can be quite confusing. But I do think, I do like these blue pads. I like the paper on those, which I use for drawing. I do use thicker paper when I draw. And I use the blue pads because they are reasonably priced. They're not too expensive. So that is pretty good. Oh, just stretching a bit. So yeah, this is gonna be lovely, I think. It's nice. So, but I think it was good that I had a good sleep yesterday. And now I'm ready to take on the world again. Well, not quite ready. I just got an SMS from the tax office. I haven't gone in to check that there is a new message in my inbox. I haven't gone in to open that message because I just can't be bothered right now. I don't want any more shit in my head. So I'll wait until I'm done with the video to go check if there's some more stuff that I have to, yeah, there's limits of how much one can take in one day. So I'm waiting a bit with that. And the numbers are really going up on the YouTube very fast on the views. So that is very good. But it has to keep on going up for the deadline for me to reach 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours watched is the 20th of February. So it's not a long time. And it's right now there's 696 subscribers. That means that I still need 304 more subscribers. And right now there's almost 30 days watched. And I've calculated that 4,000 hours is the same as 166 days, approximately. So that means I still need 136 days more watched. So, but still, it's a big chunk because when we started, it was very little. So a lot has happened after that. People are putting the playlists on and letting them just continue. to run, because that's the only way to rack up those hours that they need for the partner program. And why am I so obsessed about the partner program and to stay in it? Because I've been in the partner program for over 2 years, and yes, I'm obsessed about staying in it, because if I'm not in the partner program, then I will lose my ability to upload videos that are longer than 15 minutes. And as you all know, these live colorings that I do upload from every day, they are far longer than 15 minutes. Sometimes they're like 3.5 hours. And why is that necessary? Well, because I make the speed videos. But to make the speed videos, first I have to upload the live video to YouTube, and then I have to download it from YouTube in order to make it. So there's like a little bit of a process going on for me in order to make those speed videos that I make of each day's coloring. And I really don't want to lose my workflow and the ability to make these, because I think it's really important for Color Weirdie a Day that I'm able to keep on making the videos. And so that's why I'm a little bit chuffed about this. So you know what I'm gonna do is I really need to get the subscribers in. I don't know how I'm gonna get the subscribers in. I'm thinking about to make like a revisit to the epic Christmas giveaway, so that all new subscribers, maybe once we are past the 1,000 subscribers, then they can choose 3 books from the epic giveaway of their own choice, and they will get them. I don't know, that could be maybe something that could be an incentive to go and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm just hoping that I can make it, because it's important that I keep that position in the partner program. So I'm really hoping. I'm very thankful for all of you guys who are helping me and running the playlists on your devices, because as I say, I can't do it myself because my views don't count, because I'm the owner of the channel, and that's registered to my IP address. That means that they can see if I'm watching my own videos, and that will not count towards the count of hours and minutes on it, only watched on other IP addresses will be counting towards that counter. So it's really important that everybody stays on it because there's still a lot of hours that needs to be watched in order to even get close to the goal. I mean, even though that so much has been watched since I first said something to you guys, and that's due to the help that you've provided me with, then it's really risen so much. And now it's almost up to 30 days watched. But 30 days, when it's 166 days, that equals those 4,000 hours, then there's still 136 days more that needs to be watched in the next 25 days. So it really depends on a lot of people keeping those playlists rolling. Hi Tina, yes, I'm feeling much better after some sleep. I still hate the tax office. I will hate them forever. But it's just the way it is, and I am not very good at all of that, and so it's just if I could afford it, I would of course have an accountant that could do all that practical and make sure that everything is perfect. But I can't afford an accountant. I mean, this is not a big business. I mean, I barely make ends meet. I spend more money than I get in because I sort of have to invest in each book, and most of the books don't make the investment back. Um, so yeah, it's I have to make some decisions about what's going to happen sometime soon, probably. So we will see. I'm gonna try to keep on fighting as long as I can, but at some point I probably have to call it quits if I can't get it to work out. So I'm gonna start in here. Let's get this party started, and I'm doing way better with these touch 5 markers today. Probably because I'm not so tired. As I was yesterday, I was very, very tired. So they actually, I'm thinking that they are working quite well compared to a lot of other things. Awesome, thank you, Carol. A pick is good. Soul color markers. Hi, Cindy. Nice to meet you and see you here. So yeah, now we're gonna color this one so that I'm ready for the other one tonight. Yeah, I'm actually thinking that these markers are pretty. I mean, they surprised me because I thought they were gonna be shit. Because they were so cheap. So I was thinking, yeah, right, they're gonna be like really crappy. And I'm not thinking that they are crappy, actually. I'm thinking that they are working quite well and the colors are nice. So yeah, there you see. Prejudice, just because it was too cheap to be true, I thought they were gonna be crap, and I don't really think that they are crap. So that's a good thing. For that price, I think they're a good base marker to have. If you have to color something bigger, maybe. I have to see. It also depends how long they last. You know, if they're just gonna run out of ink in 2 seconds, then definitely it's not good. But let's just see how it goes and see how it flows. So that's awesome. I have post-traumatic stress as well, Carol. I suffer from post-traumatic stress syndrome. So and that is not nice. So we have something in common there. And I am trying to be on every day. Now I'm thinking that maybe Saturday Tinu will take over, because Saturday my little daughter has a friend that she's gonna go stay with, and I might go out for a drink with my boyfriend. He's nice. He is very nice. Yesterday was really lovely when he came. He came quite early in the day. He came even before I picked up Victoria from school. Well, I was actually picking her up from school when he came. It was my dad that opened for him. He was here when we came back. And we made some lovely food. We had a dog's chest. Well, I made 3 dog's chests because he's a big man. And there also had to be food for my daughter and my father and me. And I made 20 Hasselbake potatoes. It's like big potatoes. Oh. 1 second, I have to answer this. Hello? Hi? Ja. Okay, jamen det lyder godt. Jeg tjekker bare op på det. Jo. 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 Jo, jo, det er klart. Nej. Ja. Okay. Ja. Okay, det var lige det, jeg skulle til at spørge om. Ja. Ja. Nej. Nej. Jo. Det er godt at vide. Jamen, det lyder godt. Jamen, det håber jeg også. Tusind tak. Ja. Det gør vi, okay. Ja. Ja, have en god dag. Okay, hej, hej. Oh yeah, I'm getting sent out to something activation, some stuff that the government or what, not the government, the social sending me out to some thing that, yeah, they're calling about that. So that's going to be interesting. Oh, that sounds nice. A doggy design. Yeah, I just thought, it's better if I get this done first thing so that I'm ready for the new drawing tonight, so that I'm not behind. Well, now I am a little bit behind because I didn't get this done yesterday, but that I'm not horribly behind, because if I get this done now, then I'm all ready for tonight. That's a funky girly we're gonna do tonight, and she looks brilliant, and we're gonna have fun with her, and I won't be as tired tonight, that's for sure, because it's just yesterday was too much with all the practical things that just are killing me, and especially that extra bill, it just knocked the air out of me. It's not cool, but it's life, and you just have to roll with the punches that you get, and you just have to sort of get beyond it somehow. Even though that sometimes it can be really, really, really difficult to see a way out of things when they just pile up on top of you. But yeah, I'm gonna try and keep going and try to regain my positivity and my outlook, my normally positive outlook and everything, and hope that it will work out for me. Yeah, the Danish system can be hard to explain. So, but they're sending me out to something new. It's going to be interesting because I do have a problem with going outside, and especially going outside if it's to places that are not nice. And this is in a place that I don't like to go to at all. a place that I'll almost do anything to avoid going to. So it's going to be interesting to see how that works out if I have to go there a lot. At least it's not that many hours a week. So I'm hoping that I'll only have to go there once a week. And I'll just have to try to handle it somehow. Even though that it's not, but yeah, it's the way it is. I will have to try to do it, and then we'll see if I get anything out of it. I doubt it, but you know, you have to try things, and here in Denmark you have to do it the way of the system, because otherwise you're kind of fucked if you don't follow their system. I hope so. Yeah, I think so. Everybody will try to help also with the watching of all those videos. And I mean, I think, you know, I think that we will make it with watching the videos, because there's quite a few, including you, Tine, who's got it running on the playlist on several devices. So that's stacking up hours and hours. And if there's, but you know, that if I calculate, if we have, let's say that we have 25 days and there's 136 hours that needs to be watched, then it's quite a few people that need to keep the playlist running a lot in order to get to those hours. So now I have to find some inventive ways of getting those last 300 and something subscribers, because obviously I asked the artists, but that didn't really have any effect. But I guess also a lot of them are already subscribing to my channel. So, you know, you can't make a new subscriber of somebody who's already a subscriber. So I'm hoping that I can catch some new subscribers with some honey and some maybe a giveaway. Maybe that will help. I'm hoping that I can do something. But the thing is, there's also a rule on Facebook where, you know, you can't put conditions on a giveaway, like that you have to do this and that in order to get something from a giveaway. So in that way, you know, I can't say, well, go and like and subscribe to my channel, then you will get this. I'm not allowed to do that. But I could say, if my channel reaches 1,000 subscribers before this and this date, then I will do this giveaway. You know, I could do that. I think that wouldn't be against the rules. I mean, it can be really hard to tell what is within the rules and what is outside the rules. And my God, there are so many rules. Rules. I hate rules. So now we got a blue here, and that was, yeah. This is nice. Very nice. So yeah. Yeah, this is looking good. I like the colors. I'm liking the colors so far, the ones I've tried. I think they're pretty nice. I'm having a good impression of these markers as a nice cheap marker that you can have. I mean, it's even cheaper than tiger markers. So that's pretty cool. But I'm thinking like 165 colors for even less. That sounds also pretty cool. Definitely something that might be tried. Are those, Carol? Are those alcohol-based or water-based markers? The soul colors that you're talking about. 165. That's a lot of markers. This looks good. This is a nice blue color, actually. What's it called? Sky blue. I like this blue color. It's very nice. I don't know what kind of bird this is. Might be some kind of owl. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what kind of bird it is. What a bird it is. And there's like a bird there, a bird here, and a bird down there. And then there's something here that I'm not sure. Might be another bird. There's quite a few birds here. So, but it's got it's a funky one. A funky Weirdie. That is just having a good time. So yeah, I'll try to get everything done. I think sometimes life is so stressful. Yeah, 305 subscribers more. So I'm thinking maybe I should write down my YouTube address to my daughter so she can ask all her little friends to go subscribe to me. That they're probably more prone to do it, the kids, than the parents. I think sometimes adults can be really boring, you know, especially Danish people. They're like, oh yeah, but I don't want to subscribe to your channel because I'm not really interested in adult coloring books. Well, I'm not fucking asking you to subscribe because you're interested in my work. I'm asking you because I need some subscribers, so just fucking subscribe and forget about it. Won't you? Please just do me the favor and subscribe, you know? But, you know, yeah, that's Danish people for you. It's the same thing. There was a Danish person who bought one of my books, a friend, and he went in and left a 2-star review. I'm like, why the fuck would you want to, why did you buy my book and then went in and give me a 2-star review? Oh, that seems more honest. What, you know, maybe, you know, I don't get it. Why would you go and try to help me by buying a book and leaving a review, and then you're giving me a 2-star review? Come on, what is that? Yeah, but you know, I'm not into coloring books. What? Oh my God. You had the best intentions, but you just like blew it. But that's typical Danish for you, you know. I mean, that's very typical. And it's something that just makes you laugh because he actually was trying to help me, and then he just, yeah, it is crazy. I mean, you don't do that to a friend that you're trying to help. I mean, I'm not gonna get up in the Amazon listings if you know. I need more than a 2-star review. So yeah, that was kind of funny. I was actually laughing about it because I think he honestly thought that was a great help because he had given a review, and it seemed much more realistic for him with the 2-star review than with the 5-star one. Because he didn't really was interested in coloring books. It's funny, but that's a very typical Danish way to be. Yeah, if you don't follow their rules, you're toast, and they will haunt you down, and they will treat you like shit. You have to be nice, and you know, go with the flow and follow them. When you're talking about the official system in Denmark. The minute that you are being yourself or obstinate or something like that, then they will, they won't be nice with you. So you have to like really bend over backwards in order to please the system, if you want the system to try to work for you. And even when you do that, it's still harrowing. It's still very humiliating, actually. I think it's very, I don't know how you can say that word. Tina, you know this word, formynderisk. It's, yeah, and they're very judgmental. It's a small people who all of a sudden, because they have a certain power over other people, and that power just goes straight to their head. It's really pretty colors, huh? The power goes straight to their head and they become little monsters. And it's pretty sad, actually, that people are like that. They've been put in a position where they have a certain power over other people. I remember that once I was called into a meeting where we had to find a free praktik. You know, where you go actually somewhere and they pretend it's a learning position and you don't get paid, but in reality you're just working for free for 4 weeks for that company. And they call that to help people get started, and it's not no help. It's a help to the employers who abuse it, and yeah, it's a horrible system, and it's not creating new jobs. It's creating fewer jobs, and it's just exploiting people who have nothing, and then taking away jobs that should be on the market because the employers, they found out that this is a great way to get free workforce. Well, anyways, we were supposed to find a place where we could be in this kind of position, internship, exactly, internship. Internship, that's exactly what it is, Rose. And I've been in a lot. I was in an internship at a children's institution for 4 months. I worked there for free every day, full time, for 4 months. I didn't even get a thank you afterwards. And the kids loved me and wanted me to stay on, but they were just looking for a new free person. So I don't give anything for this system because it's just taking jobs away, and it's just taking advantage of the ones who don't have a job to work for free. So all around, it's a bad circle with these free internships. Anyways, we had to find one, and then I asked her, what if we can't find a place? Well, you don't want to be in that position, because if you don't find a place, then I will place you, and I'll make sure I place you in something that you will not like to do. Maybe you will be cleaning bathrooms in the train station, and you won't like that, and I will place you in something like that if you don't find something yourself. And then I'm like, okay, but the whole idea about these internships was to actually build our CV and our experience so that it would be easier to get a job afterwards. So you think that that would build my CV and give me experience, work experience? It's just like just like threatening people. That is not a good attitude to have. It's not a good way to treat others. It's a horrible attitude and a horrible way to say things. Because what if somebody honestly can't find an internship? So then they should be thrown out to something that would be horrible for them just because they couldn't find a place? I mean, this goes against everything that the whole internship idea stands for. So yeah, I'm appalled by the way that they treat people, by the way that they speak to people, because just because you can't find a job, especially in Copenhagen, it's very, very difficult It doesn't mean that you're an imbecile or that you don't know nothing. I mean, a lot of those people who are unemployed actually have other problems, um, both physical and mental. So, you know, there is a reason why they might be having difficulty, and it would probably be better to address those reasons and help those reasons before you start judging them. So that kind of throws me off balance, and a lot of people are placed in the wrong place. A lot of people maybe should be on disability help or early pension or something, instead of being forced out in a lot of weird things and situations that they can't handle. So yeah, there's some things going on there that I don't really appreciate or like, and there's too many people who feel that they can judge everybody else, and the sad thing is, a lot of people believe in the system because they haven't been through it, and then when all of a sudden they lose their job or something happens to them or their work ability, that's when they realize, and when they get thrown into that system, that's when they realize that the system is not good and it's not working to help people, it's working to break people in a lot of ways. But they won't realize before until they stand in the situation themselves. I've heard it from a lot of people that have very negative attitudes towards people who are unemployed. And then I'm thinking, you know, maybe if there is not enough jobs, maybe make it possible so that children families have it easier to have one parent maybe take more care of the children, instead of having the children institutionalized constantly, so that maybe we get a little bit back to actually also taking care of our children ourselves, so that we can give them the right values in life, and so they don't have to fight for attention in some stupid institution. Yeah, lives are hectic, and I think society is starting more and more to treat its citizens like little robots, and that's not what it's supposed to be like in my book. But of course, I'm not some genius politician who never had a real job in my life, and sit and think that I can rule over others and say what is best for them. I'm just a normal person. So, yeah. So, I hate all this politics and the way that people are treated. It's not fair and it's not just. And the people who are sitting with the decision-making caps on are often so out of touch. You know, I think in order to get that position as a lawmaker or decision maker, maybe they should do an internship, a free internship, where they spend 1 year in the different difficult positions of life, so that they can get a deeper understanding of how hard life can be for some groups in society, you know, for the sick, for the disabled, and for the unemployed. Maybe they need to try that, living like that, just, you know, a year, going through 4 different phases, where they have to try the real life. Then maybe they would be able to make better decisions on behalf of those people that they are actually making decisions for. So yeah, I think that it could be pretty good if they were taking their privileges away and had tried to work, you know, live in the real world for a year, going through the worst possible conditions. Then they would probably get a deeper understanding of what we really need to do in order to make our society better. I mean, we used to have very good here, and I will still say that we are, you know, very good compared to so many other countries, then you can't complain about Denmark, because we do have a lot of benefits, but we also are heavily taxed. And right now, this is getting worse, and it comes to a point where you don't really can see what you're paying those heavy taxes for. Whereas before it was quite obvious what you were paying for. Whereas now it's getting like a little bit murky. So yeah. This is looking good. It's looking good. And yeah, I got the results from the first week of Steam It Iron Chef. And the one of my dishes won a 6th place. It's only the first 7 that get the placement and win points and Steam dollars. So I did get a position. I get the 6th place with the one dish, and I'm actually in the total of the league so far. After the first week, I have the 2nd spot. I'm in the position number 2, and that's because I got some bonus points because I also contributed to the rewards. I made a contribution there, so I'm actually on the 2nd place. So that's not too bad. Now on Friday that's Fridays tomorrow. We'll get the new theme, the new product, what we have to work with for next week, and I'm looking forward to that, so I can make my dishes and my entries and move on, and that would be nice. Hopefully, if it's a good theme, I can make it in the weekend. We'll see, because we'll have to also see what happens with boyfriend on Saturday, because Victoria's not home, so maybe he's gonna work until 11 anyway, so it's not like that he's gonna be early finished or anything, but you know, then after he's finished work, then maybe we will go out for a drink. That could be fun. I haven't been out for a drink for a long time, and I mean, I don't really like going out, but if it's with him, I feel quite safe. So it might be fun. We'll see what happens if we just stay in anyways. That might also happen if he's been at work all day and he has to be at work the next day too, so he might just be tired. But we'll see what happens. I guess, you know, I could make the video earlier. I don't know. We'll have to see. Yeah, I'm happy about that. Yeah, Joachim B. Olsen, he needs to be boiled. He's a fucking idiot, ain't he? Twat. Yeah, I always get it on the Friday. We get the theme on a Friday. Yeah, I have to look into those. It's so annoying with those tickets that I can't just see when the cheapest ticket is and pick that day, that time to go. I'll try to call them today and ask, because, you know, I just want to go for the cheapest price on the train. Of course, I don't want to go like really late at night or really early in the morning, because I'm not a morning person. Is the woman who is getting up at 6:30 every morning saying I'm not a morning person, but I'm not a morning person, so I never will be. I will never be a morning person. I don't even want to be a morning person. Yeah, that's funny. I don't want to be a morning person. I'm happy just to be me. I think it's looking pretty. I think the colors are quite great, so I'm happily surprised. And now we have some more ink for our Weirdie day. Still looking for sponsors. Sponsors, jump in. Sponsor some ink for Weirdie day. I mean, could they ask for anything better than having their product featured for several hours while I'm coloring and talking about it? So if they truly believe their product is good, then they should sponsor Color a Weirdie a day. But just wait, you know, we'll see how things develop. All of a sudden, Color Weirdie a day won't have room for more sponsors. So one can dream. I think actually now this is the 24th. We'll be on the 25th tonight. So actually it's gone quite fast. We're almost 1 month in. So that's pretty heavy. That we already been through so many Weirdies, and there's so many Weirdies waiting for us. And all the time I'm also drawing up new Weirdies. So we got something ahead of us. So that is something to look forward to. Oh yes, go to sleep, Rose. And I'll see you tonight, later tonight. Wow. That's pretty cheap, eh? To fly to Denmark for that with the Iceland Air. That is very cheap, actually. This one is hard to get off. Yes, I got it. So they're saying you're not supposed to pull it off too hard, but they're stuck so tight on so that you can't do anything but pull them off really hard. Oops, did I get that one? Yes, I did, I think. I think. Me thinks me did it. No, I didn't. Nope, I didn't. So I'm just gonna have to backtrack here, up here. I think I didn't get that one in. So I'm just gonna do that. Yes. This is where I have to be really careful with the bleed, because barely touching it because it bleeds out. And I managed. So this is a be careful section. It is not made for these kind of markers. So, but I got it. So have a good sleep, a good rest, Rose. And I'll see you for the crazy Weirdie girl, hopefully tonight. And I will try to get on early. But it will depend on when we get back from the experimentarium, because that might be late. So I would really love to just go there and get the tickets and get the year card and then just go again. But I don't think it's gonna be that easy. I think Victoria's gonna wanna, you know, just run around there and have fun a little bit. And she should. She's so happy. She was like, Mom, I'm so looking forward for you getting me from school. And I'm like, why? Well, we're going to the experimentarium. I'm like, damn, I forgot about that. Oh no, I forgot about that. But she didn't. Of course she didn't. She's just super happy. And she was super happy yesterday that she really likes Joseph and they have a lot of fun. He's like a big kid. So they play And it's nice to see her so happy, you know, that she thinks it's just awesome, cool that he's here visiting. When we came, she could hear there was somebody in my dad's living room, so she thought it was his friend with her dog. So she ran in there like, hey, where's the doggy? And then it was Joseph. She's like, oh, it's Joseph. So yeah, she was happy to see him. So yeah, even my dad was happy to see him. I was happy to see him. But everybody was happy to see him, so that means that he has a good effect. He's a nice person, so that's good. We're gonna go here. Go here. This is gonna be lovely. And the food was nice. Food turned out really well. But definitely the colors here are nice. I think one day I'll have to do something where I only use grays because I have so many grays. And grays can actually be pretty nice. You can, when you have all those tones, you can make some pretty nice effect just with the tones alone. So yeah, so one day we're gonna make a gray Weirdie. I mean, actually Weirdies are supposed to be colorful, but they could also just be black and white, or you know, you can do anything. I just like my rainbow Weirdies. I'm a rainbow marker girl. But yeah, I'm happy about these. I think, you know, they will go a long way in this Weirdie day adventure that we're on. I'm so impressed about how many beautiful Weirdies everybody's made. And I'm looking forward to making some videos for the first month. We're gonna have some pretty neat ones, I think. So that was that green. And the next green is hopefully lighter. It's interesting to see the different colors. That's always nice when you get some new colors, to see them, what they're like. Yeah, I think Tina did really awesome. And it was so nice that Mille was there and they were both chatting. And yeah, it was really cool. Really nice. And I watched it when the next day I was sitting watching and listening. It was good. So I'm sure that it will be really nice too. This is good. This is very good. Yeah. So we're gonna go in here. In here. It is working out wonderfully. And I know I'm getting messages, I can hear them. But right now I can't answer because right now I'm coloring. I'm in my coloring tent. Well, actually I am in a kind of a tent because I have that tripod that holds the camera. Hi Julie, nice to see you. Hi Mimi. So yeah. So that was this one, I think. And then we're gonna go here. Actually, I think this, they're quite similar, these two greens. They're not that far from each other. I need something where I can sort of place them in a color order, because in the box thing or in the thing they come in, it's not that easy to find the colors when they're in it. But I mean, it's easier than in other places for sure. But it's not quite ideal. I always try to look for those like CD racks, because they can also be quite good for putting the markers on. CD racks. So I look for that when I'm in the second-hand stores. All CD racks. So cheap prices. We need them cheaply. So yeah, it's not a huge difference, these two greens. Once they dry up next to each other, I don't think that the difference is... yeah, you can see it now that I look up at the ones that are dry. You can actually see it. So yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's gonna be pretty. So yeah. Yeah, I'm here, and well, it's because I didn't get it done yesterday, because I had to stop because I was just too tired. So that it wouldn't be a lovely result yesterday. It would be a horrible result, I think. So it's a good thing that I stopped and I went to bed. So, and we are moving up on the numbers. We are racking up lots of viewed time on the YouTube. So that is great. But we need to keep up racking up those hours, because we have until the 20th of February. If I reach the goals of those 4,000 hours, which is the equivalent of 166 days, because I thought 4,000 hours, that doesn't sound so bad. But then when I did the calculations, it's 166 days. That's a lot of viewed time that needs to be racked up. And right now we are just around 30 days watched. So we still have 136 days more that needs to be watched in order to reach the 4,000 hours watched. It's crazy. So I'm hoping, and I'm keeping my like this, hoping that we'll make it. So I just yeah, we just need as many as possible to rack up hours, and then we need about 305 more subscribers. Yeah, that's gonna be hard to find, because I think that all the ones who are really interested in my channel are already subscribing. So we need to somehow find 305 more subscribers, so that I can get the minimum of 1,000 subscribers, and the hours needs to be racked up. And I'm hoping, and I mean, we have until the 20th of February to get it done. Then if it's not there by that time, I will be officially out of the partner program, and then I won't be able to upload videos that are longer than 15 minutes and everything else that I have with the partner. I mean, I don't care about the monetization and all that. It's not about that. It's just you know, to be able to do the videos. Oh, I think I need to go take more Coca-Cola. Cola, actually, it's not Coca-Cola because I buy the cheap one. This is nice. And I said Joseph for cola yesterday, and of course, he forgot which one it was. So he came back with both a light and a normal, because he couldn't remember if it was the one or the other. Do I look like somebody who drinks cola light? No, I don't. I look like somebody who drinks the cola with all the sugar in it. So now I have a cola light out there. Oh, I'll probably drink it, otherwise my dad will. But on that note, I'm gonna go out and take that cola so I can pour myself a little bit more, because I have to be fresh for the experimentarium. And now we've been through all the colors that I chose once, and so we will be on to the next round. And I'm really happily surprised about these, because I really thought that they were gonna be crap, and that's probably why I never bought them, because I thought they were gonna be crap. But they're definitely worth it, and it just means that we have a lot more ink for our weirdies. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I was talking about how we are getting on with the YouTube, that it's racking up hours and hours, and that it's developing, so I can see big progress, but we're still far from the goal. But we're getting, you know, every day we get closer. Oh, that's not good. I hate migraines. It's horrible, horrible. So I'm just going to start here with this yellow. They're really lovely, the colors also, so I'm positive about this set. That I actually thought, I was worried about it, but they're good. For the price, they are very good. And with a lot of colors. So definitely something to recommend. Now we'll see how long they last and everything, but so far I think very, very positive. Yep. They look good on the paper. They dry up nicely. Dry up beautifully, actually. So that is very positive in my book. I'm looking forward to scanning it. And I think, you know, there's no real neon colors in it, so that's also lovely. This will continue there, that will continue there. That one is finished, so we're down here on this one. This is also a lovely bird. Oh, I can't wait to show you guys the work I did on making these like side by side, where it's upside down. Also, it looks so good. It will be, I think it will be a great video. And I'll also upload the pictures to the picture folder. so you can see them. They just look awesome, I think. And I'll have to, Tina, I'll send you the one for Saturday. I'll look up which one it is, and so that you can see it before. It's always nice to be a little bit prepared. So you know which one it's gonna be. Which one? Well, you can always see which one is gonna be in that album where there's the banners, the preview of all the banners. But it's nice to see it in a real size. So yeah, this is good. This is very good. So yeah, I'm happy that I didn't continue yesterday, because I think it would have been a nightmare to get through. Because I was really, I think, just that whole emotional thing about that stupid tax office. Well, it's not the tax office fault, it's just the way things are. But when you are down, it doesn't take so much to pull you all the way down. And that really pulled me all the way down. I was like, fuck, I don't know how I'm gonna even just keep going. It's just like it feels hopeless. Feels like I keep on fighting, and I don't feel like I'm getting anywhere. And then every time you just get a little bit ahead, then you're just like pushed back. It feels like that sometimes. So yeah, I felt like that yesterday, that now I was feeling happy and I was feeling positive and good about everything, and then I just get pushed back again. So yeah, sometimes you think, oh, now everything is going the right way and nothing can possibly go wrong now. That's when it really goes wrong. Don't ever think that. Don't ever think like that, because that's when life really screws you over. Soul Color Sketch Markers. Yeah, I'm much more myself today. Yeah, so when life kicks you down, you have to kick life back. So I had a good sleep. It is looking good. This one is looking very good, I think. I'm happy about it, and I'm happy about the colors, and I'm learning to control them a bit to avoid that bleed. And also this one has a lot of small spaces, so it's not the easiest one with markers that bleed a lot. This one would be easier with something that was less bleedy. But I think so far I've been able to control it so that it actually looks pretty good. And it's really getting to be beautifully colorful. So that is awesome. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to try. So I think I'm pretty good at not letting things get to me. But then sometimes you just can't help it, and yesterday was just one of those days where it was just like, oh, why, And yeah, I probably, now I've have a message from the tax office has sent me some mail, so I have to go check the inbox and read it. But I'm waiting. I'm gonna wait with doing that, because I don't want to have my whole day ruined if it's something that I did wrong or something I have to redo. I don't want to ruin the whole day by reading that and bringing me down again or something like that. I just gonna wait and read it tomorrow, because today we're going to the experimentarium and I don't want anything to sort of get on my head with that. This one is a birdie, I think. It's actually several birdies. There's a birdie there, there's a birdie there, there's a birdie there, and this is the big birdie. So this big birdie has 3 little birdies inside. I don't think he ate them. They might be just like supporters or something like that. He's got 3 little supporting birdies. And he doesn't look, he looks a little bit mean. So I think he's a birdie vigilante. He's watching out for all the other birds, protecting them. So I think he's kind of a birdie bodyguard. He's sort of making sure that everything is okay and that no harm is coming to the other birds. He's watching out for them. He's got these, I'm on the lookout. Here I am. So maybe he's a bird superhero that protects the other birds. I'm thinking that he's a superhero bird. He might be a kind of owl, but he's a super fit owl. So yeah, a superhero, weirdy bird, owl thing, I'm thinking. And then these are his little supporters. They're actually helping him look out, maybe, for everything. That could be. So, yeah, we got his MO settled. Mama birdie. That could be a mama birdie. They're on the lookout. Oh, that's awesome, Julie. I hope you will love them when they come. Yeah, In December is a great book. I think you will love that. Birdie bodyguard. Birdie superbird. Superbird. He's a superbird. Or she's a superbird. Superhero Weirdie bird. It could be fun. We actually saw a movie where there were birds that were looking out for the other birds and protecting them. Animated movie, one of the ones that Victoria wanted to see some days ago. So it might be that kind of lookout bird that takes care of all the other birds, make sure they're not in harm's way. Nobody steals their eggs and stuff. So yeah. Oh, and I'm enjoying my morning glass of Coca-Cola. I think after not Coca-Cola, cola. So I think after I'm finished with this, I should probably have some breakfast. But I have a bread from yesterday. And we all know bread from yesterday tastes better if it's toasted. But the toaster is in my dad's room. He has a habit of taking the toaster to his room, which means that the toaster can't be used by everyone unless you go to his room and take it. So you have to go up there and take the toaster. And he's still sleeping, so I don't want to go in and wake him up to get the toast, the bread toaster. So I'm just going to hope that he gets up sometime when I'm done with this, because then I can toast my bread and eat it. I don't really understand why he needs it in his room, but I guess, you know, he thinks it's nice when he's sitting at his table that he can toast his bread while he's sitting at the table. I do understand that that is very nice when you're having breakfast, that you can actually sit and toast the bread at your table. But when the toaster stays there, it sort of prevents the rest of the family of using the toaster. So I have to talk with him about maybe moving the toaster. Oh, butter. Yeah, I have butter. I just don't have the toaster. I need the toaster. So either I should consider buying a new toaster, an extra toaster, then my dad can have the toaster in his room all he wants. or I should teach him to put the toaster back every time he's used it. Which colors did you get? The 50 set, which is that one? Which one is that? Which one is that? I'm curious. I want to know, Tina. So, yeah, I'm very happy with these markers. I'm surprised that I'm happy with them, because I thought they were going to be total crap, but they are not. And the most crazy thing is that they came here so fast. 2 days, all the way from China. That is pretty freaky. That is freaky amazing. So I think I'm just gonna backtrack here. Maybe. Yeah, I think I am. I'm just gonna backtrack here on that orange dot. I'm gonna take this one. I think this is a great place to start that one. And then I think this one up here is going to be when I make this one, then I'm going to start that. Unless I change my mind, of course. You have a plan until you make a change of plans. Until you make a new set of plans. My boyfriend has a plan. A very serious plan. He wants to quit his job, and he wants to open a restaurant cafe. He thinks that there is no real African eating place in Denmark, in Copenhagen, so he wants to do a sort of an African eating place where when then it becomes like 10 o'clock in the evening and the eating is over, it turns into sort of a cocktail lounge bar, but for people of our age group, not for like young people, but for people in the 40s to 50s, you know, like me and him. And I mean, I think his idea is pretty good. I believe in him, but you know, I think it's hard to open a bar or restaurant. And also when you have kids, the work hours are not really the best, because in his plan, I'm sort of like in the plan that I will be working there with him. That is his plan, that we will be doing it together, which is very sweet. But I don't really see how that is doable when I have Victoria, because I don't want to be working in the nightlife. I dropped the nightlife after I got her, so I'm not gonna like start to work in the nightlife again. I don't think so. So we'll talk about it more. I mean, right now he's just looking into different places. I mean, it's important where it is, and he actually found a location that I think that is a good location. I mean, the locations he's looking at are quite good. But yeah, that's something that he's toying with, because he's tired of being a metro guard. He wants to do something, a business for himself. And I can understand that. And I do think an African restaurant could be interesting to have. I mean, I don't know about African cooking, but I can learn. I'm a good cook anyways, but I'm not going to be cooking. I'm probably going to be more like directing, managing stuff. That's his plan. Because I'm good at having a great overview of a lot of things at the same time. And he's great at keeping the peace, because he's been a doorman for over 20 years, so he's good at that. Maybe later, yeah. But it's easy if you just have a clear tape and a little piece of paper. All the Stettler Tripolos fine liners. Oh, it's the fine liners. Is that the 0.4 ones? Is it this ones? Stettler Triplus fine liner. Is these ones, yeah? Yeah, I think it's these ones. They're good. I like them. But they're good on small spaces, and this one has a lot of small spaces, so that might be just perfect for this one. I can imagine that it would be quite good on this one. And Victoria was asking because I was telling her that maybe we will go visit Tina in the winter vacation, and she's like, "Can we go visit all the people you know?" And I'm like, "No, because they don't live in Denmark, sweetie. They don't. It's not all of them that are coloring that actually live in Denmark. So some of them live a long, long way from here. So it's not gonna be like that. We can just like take a tour and visit everyone, even though it could be really cool. But it's not really realistic." So yeah, she's like, "Oh, okay." So do a world tour, a world Weirdie tour. It could be fun, uh, but yeah, not really realistic. Um, oh, this is a lovely red color. I like that. What's it called? Cherry pink. Okay, it's a lovely red color. Cherry pink. Yeah. Okay. I thought the cherries were red, but obviously there's something I misunderstood about cherries. They're pink. And this lovely red color I'm using is pink. Oh, that makes me think about um, milkshake. Milkshake. Mmm. Hindbær milkshake. I always forgot what hindbær is in English. I always forget it. I don't know. I can remember strawberries, but raspberries. Are they called raspberries? I think so. Raspberry milkshake. I love that. I also like blueberry milkshake. It's great that here, I mean, fruits to buy like fresh raspberries, fresh strawberries, fresh blueberries is freaking expensive. It's like too expensive for me. And so it's very rare that I buy them. It's only if there's like a special sale or something. But you can get frozen fruit, and they are almost always on sale. So when I make milkshakes, I use the frozen fruit, and they are really great. I love making milkshakes. Mm. This is looking good, huh? It's taking shape. It's becoming more and more lovely each moment. So that is a happy thing. And I think, yeah, I'm gonna keep those, because if I then afterwards, when I take it out, then I remove the color here and here the white, so it becomes transparent for the merchandise. Then it will seem like it's floating. I think that will look pretty cool. So this one is called Rose Red. It's also a nice red, nice deep dark red. I like that. So, yeah. That's looking good. How much did you pay for them? It was a good deal. I think, I've been looking lately. They've been like really expensive at the moment. Here where I saw it. Hi, Heather. Nice to see you. Yeah. A World Weirdie tour. Exactly. A World Weirdie tour. Could be pretty cool to have guests from all over the world coloring weirdies. Oops. Now we're on to the pink. It's looking good. It's looking awesome. Oh, that's cheap. In Bilka, yeah. I have quite far from the Bilka here. Uh, but that's kind of cheap. It's a good price because I've seen them at 360 something or like that in Bowen ED, so that is a good price. Seems like this set doesn't have like a dark purple, it only has like light purples. But it is lovely colors, the ones that they have. I'm looking forward to trying all those grays. There's like a ton of grays. Looking good. So I'm gonna na 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 na. Yeah, going to the experimentarium. Not what I really feel like today, but I think it's gonna be fun. And Victoria's gonna be happy, so that is the most important thing. And I'm keeping my promise. So it's gonna be good. I have to pick her up at 2 o'clock from school. Then we're just gonna go home with the rucksack, the backpack, and then we're gonna take the bus to go out and visit that experimentarium and get those year parts. So that we can go there lots of times. It's looking good. I'm hoping that they won't be personalized, the cards. If they're not personalized, then my dad could take her there, but they're probably personalized. They usually are. But it would have been nice if they're not. Because then he could go there with her sometimes. I think it would actually be a fun place for him to go with her as well. I mean, it's not a boring place to go at all. So this is a lovely color too. This is actually a lovely blue. And tonight we have that funky girl with the funky hat on. So she's going to be fun to color as well. and she's gonna. I mean, we really. It's just the days are passing, and we're just moving along. It's kind of amazing how fast time is passing when you're having a good time. I mean, now we've almost hit 2 hours on this one. I think either I'm getting slower and slower at coloring, or it's just because I talk a lot. But yeah, it would be boring if I didn't say anything at all. Sometimes I do stop because I sort of run out of things to say. So that's why your comments help me a little bit. Oh, that's a good discount. Cobra pencils. Where are they from? I haven't heard about the Cobra pencils. I'm always curious about all materials. But this is definitely a nice surprise with these ones because I really hadn't thought that they were going to be this nice. So a very happy surprise. And I'm gonna make a chart with all of them for sure. Oops. This is lovely, lovely color. Really nice. And they do have really good coverage. There's no streakiness at all. They're just like really uniform in covering. And that's another good thing. So there's so far only good things to say, except there's the bleeding. But that bleeding we experience with almost all alcohol markers. I would dare say that there are some of them that don't bleed as much. But it also really depends on the paper, I think, the bleeding issue. And I do think that this copy paper is quite good. And it is the cheapest one because I use a lot of this paper to print out and see if everything is okay. And yes, I could print out on A4, but I do like the A3 format. I like the bigger format because it just works for me. And I do like to have my finished results in a bigger scale. I still need to find some nice things that I can put these in because it's starting to become quite a pile that I have. They're piling up, and I know what happens with piles. All of a sudden, it falls on the floor, or something like that. So I really need to get something that can protect them. All my lovely colored weirdies. Because they need to be protected so that yeah, it's important. I also needed to buy more paper to print on, but after yesterday I don't have any budget left for getting anything at the moment, so I'm just gonna hope that sales skyrocket and there will be some money in the company till again for for things like copy paper and ink and stuff. We'll hope. I'm hoping it will be okay. I'm hoping things will sway my way. Hoping, and not hopping. This is looking good. I'm very happy with the result of this one. Well, it's not done yet, but we're getting closer. This one is hard to get off. So not pulling it off hardly. How is that possible when there's stock on there? Duh. It's impossible not to pull it hard. This is lovely. And we're just gonna reach there. And we're getting nicely through the colors of this set. So these are supposed to, I mean, to me it seems like they are a copy of the Shinhan Touch. They're not as great as the Shinhan Touch, but they do work really good. The Shinhan Touch are really, really, really nice ones. Black Widow makes them. Oh, they stink. Oh, maybe you got the bad batch. Names and okay. Yeah, I like the eyes too. He's a vigilante, the super bird who watches all the other birds, keeps them safe, keeps their eggs safe. A superhero. We need more superheroes. I kind of like the Marvel series on Netflix, especially that Luke one. I think he's called Luke. I like that one. It's very nice. It looks great. It's sexy. So yeah, probably shouldn't mention that to Joseph. He'll get jealous. No, I don't. I don't think he seems like a really jealous type, which is a good thing. Jealous types can be quite obsessive, which is a bad thing. So he seems like very calm and relaxed. He sort of seems that he's at peace with himself. So that's good. He makes me feel more relaxed than I normally am, so that's a good point. Makes me very relaxed in his company, which is something that I'm not usually very relaxed with other people around. I get a little bit fidgety and nervous, and I feel like smoking constantly, and I don't get that around him. Around him, I'm pretty relaxed. So that's good. On the last one, yeah, this is good. I think he turned out really lovely. It's the second try, but much better. And I didn't have that bleed issue, so I've controlled them quite well this time around. So altogether, I'm positive about these. I might even go for trying them again this evening so that more people can see that I'm happy about them. So yeah, that's it. Just under 2 hours. It's cool. There's coming an owl Weirdie, I think, in the next one. I think there's a really cute one. So here he is. Yep. Let's see him from the other side, what that is like. It's pretty neat too. It's pretty neat. Then it's sort of like a little fat owl down here, if you see it from this side. Yeah. So here we go. And thank you guys for joining me this early in the morning, spending 2 hours of precious time coloring. And I will see you later tonight. Well, for you guys it will be tomorrow, but for me it will be later tonight. So I'm gonna sign off, make myself some breakfast, and get this one downloaded and uploaded and downloaded and made speed and uploaded and all that again. And hopefully we will not miss that thing with the speed video. So keep on watching, binge watch my playlists so that we can rack up them minutes, and recommend or force your friends and family to subscribe so we can get lots of subscribers and I won't be kicked off the partner thing. I think it's ridiculous. I've been in the partner program for over 2 years. So to all of a sudden kick everybody off that doesn't have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours watched, it's like crazy. But you gotta roll with the flow and make the best of it. So see you guys later tonight, and bye-bye. Have a great day or great evening, or sleep well if it's about the sleeping time. So I'll see you. It was lovely to be with you here this morning. That's awesome. Thank you, Julie. And see you later. Bye-bye.